I'll be real, seeing others achieve more success than me makes me a bit jealous. But you know what hurts way more than seeing others succeed? Seeing them succeed with the simplest, the most basic ideas. The kind of ideas where you immediately go, no way this thing makes that much. Then you go, of course it makes this much. Why didn't I think of this? Software is no different. Here are 6 simple apps that will piss you off from how successful they are. Simon, better sleep with one eye open.
You can't keep getting away with it!
And to those watching, why do I want to piss you off? I don't. I don't want to make you mad. I want to make you hungry. By end of this video, I want you to be thinking, anyone could have done these things. I could have done these things. And then you channel that anger productively. Use your aggressive feelings, let that hate flow through you.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
Then you'll find your $1 million app idea and pay me to build it for you. So, time to get mad, starting with a classic. Number 1, Linktree. If you know what Linktree is, you already knew it's gonna be on this list. No other app has such a unanimous reaction from everyone who didn't build it. All Linktree does is give you a page where you can link to other pages. That's all. It was founded in 2016 and as of 2025, it's making $37 million a year with over 50 million users. It's also a certified unicorn valued at $1.3 billion. $1 billion valuation to make pages where you add links to other pages. I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Ready to get angrier? In a 2019 interview, Linktree co-founder Alex Zakaria said they built and launched the first MVP of Linktree in 6 hours. Of course they did. It's a page where you add links to other pages. In 2016, Instagram only allowed users to add one link in their bio. So if you were an influencer with multiple sponsorships or a coach offering different courses, tough luck. The co-founders owned a digital agency at that time and noticed what a chore it was to get around this restriction. If only there was a way to stick to the one link policy while also sharing all these other links, and Linktree was born. 3,000 users in 24 hours, 1 million in 1 year and a half, 3 million in 3 years, and today, well, you heard the numbers. Considering the wave of copycats that followed Linktree, the fact that they are still the dominant player with over 90% of market share tells you it's not just luck. These guys know what they're doing. Oh wait, why am I praising them? I meant to say, these guys. Linktree, I bet they can't even count to 3. Angry again? Good. Next app is very strongly linked to this one. Number 2, Bitly. Get it? They're linked because they both work with links. Unsubscribe and leave a hateful comment if you got the joke. But instead of aggregating links like Linktree, Bitly shortens them. Why would you want to shorten a URL? Sometimes it's because the URL looks like 10 computer viruses had a baby. Some URLs are just really long to the point they look messy. Sometimes, even if the URL isn't that long, you still want to shorten it because of word or character restrictions, like on X, where you only have 280 characters. And for a premium, Linktree allows you to edit your URL for a custom link, which many companies and attention seekers would jump at for brand recognition. Bitly offers other things, but link shortening and customization is its thing. As of 2025, its lowest paid plan is $10 a month. And the most recent official source I could find on their revenue was from 2022, where Bitly reported making $100 million in annual revenue with 500,000 users and over 10 billion interactions with Bitly links. And unlike Linktree, Bitly wasn't the first of its kind. That award goes to TinyURL, which was launched in 2002, also doing link shortening. They were the dominant player for years until Bitly showed up in 2008 and offered link shortening and better tracking analytics. A simple innovation on top of a simple solution. Oh shit, I'm praising them again. Sadly, the tools God gave me was already shortened at birth. So, Bitly and TinyURL. Number 3, Cladly. As someone who is constantly told they are worthless, I can't imagine being valued for anything. But even I think it's weird that an app worth $3 billion just for helping you schedule a meeting. Hey Bob, can we meet on Tuesday? Hey Adrian, sure. Let's book a meeting with Calendly, Bob. Okay Adrian, and just for doing that. $3 billion valuation, 270 million in annual revenue in 2023, 20 million users, customers from 86% of Fortune 500. What the? Let me clarify. I think everyone understands why a scheduling app could make a lot of money. But why Calendly? It was launched in 2013, long after competitors like Google Calendar and Microsoft freaking Outlook were already around. There's a deep dive into Calendly's success on a site called GetLetCar. It shares the challenges and smart decisions the founder, Tob Avatona, made to get to where they are today. It's a great read, and I'll link to it in the description. Please check it out. But I was expecting something special, a real USP the world had never seen before. Like Calendly is the only calendar that automates fried chicken delivery for you every single week. And I'm not just saying fried chicken because Avatona's black. He's Nigerian, and Nigerians aren't fried chicken black. They're just black. And if you share my love for Nigerians, time for a shameless sales pitch. My team and I at Upstack Studio help businesses grow past $5 to $10 million in annual revenue with custom software. We've worked with over 30 leading brands from different industries. They all face the same sticking point: tech. Specifically, generic, off-the-shelf software was no longer enough to solve their problems. If they wanted to keep growing, it was time for a custom solution, where we come in. Most developers charge per hour, which puts a lot of risk on you since it can end up costing a lot more because of discoveries. At Upstack Studio, we use fee packages based on 8 years in app development. Once we know your requirements, we'll see which package fits best, and if we are wrong, the price you're quoted at the start is still the price you pay at the end. If your business is also currently stuck at 5 to 10 million a year, and you feel like custom software could help break past that, let's talk. There's a link in the description to sign up for a free, no strings attached strategy session. We'll go over your current constraints and you get honest feedback on whether custom software can help. Apply through the link and we'll be in touch. I'm only taking 3 of these calls per month and it's first come first served. So if you want to work with me, act now. Back to the video. Anyways, my feelings apply to any of Calendly's successful alternatives like Cal.com or Calendar.com. I get that there are many ways to skin a cat, but this feels more like beating a dead horse. At the end of the day, they do what Google Calendar and Microsoft Outlook do for free, and they make millions. So, them too. Number 4, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is really just a combination of SMS and social media messenger apps. SMS has been around since 1992, and it wasn't until 2009 that someone thought, you know what, why can't we take the concept of an SMS and make it work like social media messaging? The technology was there. You could send photos, videos, and documents on Facebook Messenger, but not everyone on your contact list is your Facebook friend. It's also a bit weird to use Facebook for work stuff. On the other hand, with SMS, you were at the mercy of telco companies. Some of you are too young to know this, but back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, us uncles used to get charged for every photo in the message. People ended up homeless from sharing too many memes. WhatsApp changed all that, and all it did was connect a chat app to your phone contacts. It's so simple, and just like everything else on this list, simple works. In 2014, WhatsApp was acquired by Facebook for $19 billion. In 2024, WhatsApp made about $1.3 billion. It's also got just under 3 billion users across the world. And its biggest source of revenue is from selling messaging capabilities to businesses. Not too different from how companies used to pay to spam people with SMS. But at its core, I think all WhatsApp did was take something a lot of consumers were forced to pay for and make it free. That alone makes me angry. But WhatsApp deserves a special place in hell. It turns out 7 billion voice messages are sent on WhatsApp every single day. We never had this problem with SMS. So, them. The react emojis are kinda sweet though. Number 5, Text. Text is the youngest app on this list and it's more of a SaaS really. It was founded in 2020 and just 3 years later, in 2023, was bought by the owner of WordPress for 50 million freedom units. What does it do? It takes all your messages from iMessage, SMS, WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, Messenger, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, Slack, and Discord. There's too many of them. and makes them accessible from one dashboard. I can see why that's useful. I can see why it's worth millions. But doesn't change the fact that it's such a simple idea and such an obvious idea. It sounds nice in theory to have just one messaging platform for all communication, but in practice, that's tough. Some messaging apps really just don't work for certain messages. So there's a reason why we use all the different messaging apps, but doesn't change the fact that it's inconvenient to switch between them. We just don't notice because we accept it as a way of life. But text came along and said, let's just put all of it in one place. Okay, now for the last example, the most irritating, makes you want to choke slam a baby example. Number 6, Pinbot. Pinbot isn't the most lucrative app on this list, but it's by far the simplest. It's so simple that even if it made 20 bucks a month, I would say, hey, not bad. But it doesn't make 20 bucks a month. It makes 20,000 bucks a month just to be a digital bookmark. You know, as in that feature that all internet browsers come with for free? The one where you just click a couple of times and bookmark a page? It does that and it makes $20,000 a month. UI-wise, it's as no-nonsense as it gets and operate on a very basic business model. $22 a year gets you unlimited bookmarking, and for $39 a year, you also get archiving and more detailed search filters. And in exchange, you get unlimited bookmarks that can be fully anonymous and your data never gets shared or sold. But it's a goddamn bookmark page. Anyone can make it in an hour with a noob tier, no-code app builder like Goodbarber. Sorry to Goodbarber for catching some stray bullets. Noobs deserve to build apps too. Pinbot's founder clearly knows this, and on his X profile, it literally says, don't try to fight him. This one I just can't wrap my head around, because Pinbot isn't an overnight sensation or trend. It's been around since 2009. 14 years of steady growth, which means people from 2009 to 2025 are still willing to pay at least 22 bucks a year for a bookmarking tool. Maybe I'm missing something. But in the meantime, him, all of them. I hope you are probably pissed right now. Let's get even. What now? We've just seen some stupidly simple app ideas make stupid amount of money. None of them needed specific industry experience. Some of them are technically a bit tricky to pull off, but a lot of them can definitely be built with a no-code app builder. And while you can copy them, it's always good to reverse engineer them to understand, then find an underlying formula, or we can try anyways. For example, in my opinion, Linktree makes it easier for people to sell stuff on social media. Bitly makes it easier for businesses to appear trustworthy. Calendly simplifies something basic that would usually take up a lot of time. WhatsApp took a heavily B2C business model and made it B2B. Text took a bunch of separate but related apps and put them in one place. Pinbot makes it easier to make more bookmarks. If I wanted to build an app that could pay for my grandkids' retirement, I would make a solution that these things do. But I wouldn't just copy them exactly. Instead, I would take what I've learned from them and then look at what my own expertise, experience, and network, and see where they overlap. If you think that's easier said than done, you are right. Which is why I would recommend watching my video on how to find your $1 million app idea. Something with potential and something that allows you to play to your strengths.